Listen, if you like the white man, I didn't say you love the white man. If you like the white man, get the fuck out. The door's right there right now. Can I get a gun? Hey, can I get some hand claps? Come on, man. I'll take it out. Get out. Listen, understand this. He's necessary for what he is for, everything that he's done, you know, whatever. You know, however you deal with him, you deal with him. But you have to understand, when you go to the doctor, if you sick, and the doctor speaks about cancer. Oh, excuse me, young ones. I'm sorry. Y'all need earplugs. I'm telling you, okay. Let me put a disclaimer. The disclaimer's up here? You gotta get the disclaimer, man. Is it in? Well, I'll tell them the disclaimer. The disclaimer is parental advisory. If there's crackers and little children, please leave or close your ears. I'm sorry, little children. I'm gonna be easy. But check this out. Understand this. You go to the doctor, right? If you got cancer or sick with cancer, what's the question that the doctor will ask you? Is there history in your family with cancer, right?
Right.
That's what he asks. If you sick, got cancer or whatever, the first thing you do is try to take the cancer out. Why? So that you can live, correct? There's a cancer on the human earth. The human earth has a cancer called the white man.
Right.
Period.
That's right.
You may not like that, believe that, know that, understand that, but he is a cancer. Yeah. And you can prove this through biology. That's right. Every human being on this planet is made up of proteins. So through molecular structure and proteins, when we see the white man, he is a protein. Guess what cancer is? It's a protein. It's an abnormal protein in the body. So when you take that out the body can function. So you have to eradicate him and take him off this planet because he got this planet fucked up. Right. Sorry, little ones, but this is the truth.
Right. True.
But everybody's been falling under. Well, you know, if he reads Torah, it's okay. He's your brother. Yeah, that's fine and dandy. The scriptures tell us that we are supposed to teach the nations.
We don't even say no names.
You don't say them. Now, we don't need to say no names. But how do you teach the nations? Right. You teach them through your actions, your dress code. Think about this. Everybody celebrates Christmas, right? Did the white man stand you down and teach you how to celebrate Christmas? Or did he just show you how to teach you how he kept it? It's real simple. It's simple. We teach everybody how to act ignorant on this planet. From here to the UK. Ain't that right, Columbia? We teach everybody how to act ignorant. Our pants hanging down, our hats, our slang. How do we teach them that? Through our actions, right? Now, how can all the planet Earth act like you through your ignorant actions? Because it's magnetic. They connect to you. So you don't pull them over, I must teach you. No, they will learn through your actions. Let's move on. This for all you niggas that feel funny about it. How you niggas? That's for all you faggot niggas that's against us teaching about the white man. They go to nigga, that's you. That's you. Every Hebrew Israelite, every white man, everybody else, the colonials, nah, he ain't think like that. Whoever thinks like that, that's for you. Why is that for you? Because you must understand the white man has nothing to do with us being Hebrew Israelites, nor the redemption of our nation, nor the cleanliness of this planet. Let's move on. Let's go. Come on. Now let's see. Did the real Jews, ancient Hebrew Israelites, look like this monster? Look at that little motherfucker. Look at that nigga right there. Now y'all trying to tell me that the prophet, I say they look like this shit? Y'all trying to tell me that Moses said, walk the Red Sea like this? Fuck out of here, man. You niggas is crazy. Anybody that think like that, there's something wrong with you.
Right.
There's something wrong with you, man. Go to the next slide. Look at these ugly niggas, man. Ugly motherfucker. You can't find them in the Bible. You can't find them on the walls. Let's go, man. Come on. The Jews, let's see. Strictly speaking, it is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew or to call a contemporary Jew an Israelite or Hebrew, right? This comes from the 1980 Almanac. You can look this up. Why is it wrong? Let's see why it's wrong. Come on. Says the Khazar, an ancient Turkic-speaking people who ruled a large and powerful state in the steppes north of the Caucasus Mountains from the 7th century to their demise in the mid-11th century AD. In the 8th century, its political and religious head as well. Man, fuck that, man. Let me get to the point. The Khazars know the Universal Jewish Encyclopedia. You go to this, they speak against the Khazars and Ashkenazi Jews. There's a separation when you see the Ashkenazi and the Sephardim. We got to know who's what and who's who, and you see what's being played out on this earth. Come on, skip. 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 Okay. Ancient Hebrew Israelites in Egypt. This is on the walls in Egypt. This is an Israelite right here. You see him with his wife. This is how they dress in the tomb of Horeb. You see this? And this was his son. They're drinking beer. So you can't find an ancient, When we go back?
Go back to that other one.
All right, when we go back, go back. See, they always try to control me. They do crowd control because I'm an asshole. Never forget that. Let's go back, let's go back. Let's go back, come on. Let's go back. Go back to the top. They want to go back to the top. God hates, God damn. I done heard that. I done heard that over there. Bring it out. God hates Jews. All right. Now watch this. Now this is serious. I understand when they want to bring it up. I understand. Okay. Israel. Okay. The mortality states cancer killing more Jews than Arabs. You know how the Arabs be bombing them over there? But it says that the sun is destroying them more over in Israel. So that shows you that what? You know how the Egyptians talk about the sun god, rah, 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 right? So it's showing that the Most High don't love them because his elements are destroying them. You understand? So this is what they want to, y'all feel all right now that it came out? Right, so it said, cancer caused 25.9% of all the deaths among Israeli Jews as opposed to 20.7% among the country's Arab population in 2012. According to recently published Central Bureau of Statistics, CBS, mortality rates, Israel's NRG News reported Wednesday. Arabs make up roughly a fifth of the country's 8.2 million residents, meaning there's more Arabs over there than there are Israelites, so-called Jews, excuse me. So now they are being killed by the sun at an alarming rate than the Arabs are, the so-called Arabs. So it's showing you that the Most High is destroying them, one, because he knows that they are not his children, and he's trying to prove to the world this, that they're not his children. All right, let's move on. Come on. You comfortable now? Now go back to the other one. All right, so now, ancient Hebrew Israelites, right? This is a detail, right, in Alabaster. I think you hit this, didn't you?
No.
You hit this? All right, cool. The frieze found, damn, I'm feeling good now. All right, so let me just do some, all right, found at the frieze in the Syrian palace on the 7th century BC, the ancient Hebrew Israelites. Look how they look. See how they look? See their hairdo? Yeah. Flying them over, man. Fringes, everything. Look at that. I thought we didn't exist. This is Syrian captivity. Let's move on. Come on. Okay. Ancient Israelites slave on display in the Hetch Museum in Israel. That's in Israel. That's in Israel. So you know that we're black people, right? Okay, they look up. Let's move on. Come on. Ancient Hebrew Israelites. Squeeze the cracker out of this. You know I got that motherfucker. Squeeze them out of there. Let's get Rosenberg and Tommy and all of them out of there. You can't do it. Can't do it. It's impossible. So to all you Hebrew Israelites that say about couple, listen, man, let's keep real. Let's move on. Okay? Ancient Hebrew Israelites in the Syrian captivity. Keep moving. Let's get close up. Here we go. Got everything going, right? Come on, keep moving. All right, here we go. Yeah, who's there? Now what about the pyramids? Keep it moving. Whoever knows, that's an inside joke. All right, well, keep moving, right? This is look, King Jehu. Bring it up. Look at the afros, the beards, everything. Let's keep moving. Come on. Keep moving. Keep moving. Okay, now. Most people tell you that these Egyptians, here's where that gets cut off. They got beards. Okay? These are Hebrew Israelites in captivity. He cuts it off, right? And any of you niggas talk about my beard, I'm coming in the crowd. I don't shave my shit like another Israelite. Alright, now ancient Egyptians, alright? The vast relic from the period of the Hebrew enslavement and the crushless renegation, right? Near Karnak. Okay, it says what? We identify these as Hebrew warriors practicing the origins of beard, right? They can be identified by their Semitic skin coloring, their beards. Egyptians could not grow natural beards. Right. This is why they put on fake beards, the pharaohs, so on and so forth. So these are people on the walls and they don't want to let the people notice. See, the cracker, understand this one thing. The reason why you see a division of the history that they teach, because if you connect the Egyptian being black and connect the Israelites, it throws their whole thing under the bus. They can't run from this. So they have to separate and say, okay, you know what, those be Egyptians, but these are Hebrew Israelites. Practically, we go to the book of Psalms, when King David said what? He broke a steel with what? Anybody know? Scholars?
His hand.
He broke it with his arm, right? A bow of steel with his arm. You see the practice right here? Why the forearm was very important? Because it became a weapon. That's how they trained. It was called hard body, iron body training. All right, let's move on. Come on. Ancient Hebrew Israelites in Egypt, prisoners in the Levant from the Saqqara tomb of General Horeb. Look at this. So we always was there. So any brother telling you, where's your identity? It's all over the goddamn place. It's all over there, Columbia. Rocking you. Right? Come on, move on. Let's go. Do you see any resemblance? We don't look like this. You know what I mean? You understand? This nigga chilling too. He feel good about that hairy shit. Look at it. This ain't us. Come on, let's move on. Let's move on. The definition of an Israeli, Rabbi Dirty Harry Rosenberg. I know you niggas is bad. Please be. Because it says this, in Israel, also found in the source, the encyclopedia of Wikipedia, related to Israel, Hebrew, Israeli. Watch this. Watch. It says Israeli or relating to a modern day Israel, right? Or its people. It says modern day Israeli, a native or inhabitant of modern day Israel. Meaning they just live in the land. Right. That's all it means. Just they live in the land. That's it. Nothing else. And you can look this up. Look it up. Here's we gonna look it up. Let's go to the next one. See what an Israelite is. It's the same book, same definition. Watch this. Israelite. Also found at the source, encyclopedia of Wikipedia, where it says a native or inhabitant of the ancient northern kingdom of Israel. Woo! A descendant of Jacob, a Jew, a member of a people regarded as the chosen people of God. A Jew, not a descendant from the tribe of Levi, because it's going back to the northern kingdom, right? Now, this don't compare to an Israeli. So when you see this, these are modern day definitions. So Rosenberg is not a Jew, nor is he an Israelite. So all that, they read Torah, fuck them. You understand? Because the white man reads the goddamn Bible. So he calls himself a Christian? No, he don't. You understand? He don't follow the tenets according to the scriptures. You read the Torah, it don't mean a damn thing, man. That does not make you the people of our origin. Come on. Here's the migration of the Hebrews into Europe. Okay? So y'all can read that shit for yourself. Get your own map. It's all over the place. Here's we went to Iberia. We went all over in through Europe, the 10 tribes. Okay, in 722 BC. Alright? Let's move on. Come on. Now, this is the Sephardic Jews. Because remember, they go by the Ashkenazi. The Sephardim were forced out of Spain after the inauguration of the Inquisition in 1840. The name Sephard is derived from a city in Asia Minor where exiles from Jerusalem settled after the destruction of the first temple in 586 BC. You read that in Obadiah. They speak Ladino. So when you motherfuckers come for the 10 tribes, understand this. These are Hebrew Israelites. They're black brothers, man. They're black brothers, period. They are black men. So you can go ahead with that nonsense, man. Okay? It says what? They speak Ladino, a mixture of Spanish and Hebrew, and settled in Spain, Portugal, the Eastern Mediterranean, Italy, the Balkans, Cyrenaic, and the Macedonian. Okay? So these are our brothers. Let's give Malak a hand. Malak is tap dancing over there and shit. Let's give him one that's up a hand. Let's give Hebrew a hand. Let's move on. Ancient Moors, Hebrews playing chess. Squeeze a fake ass Jew out of this. Can't do it. These are on the walls. You ain't gonna find a Rosenberg or nobody. Okay? So let's keep it moving on. Let's see what happens. Because remember, now Hebrew more connection. Now this is one of the Bibles, okay, that was written in a time during when they spoke the Ladino language. Now watch what they use. It says, "O ye children of Israel," right? "Hear ye not unto me, right? Are you not unto me as the Moravians, the Moors?" It's right there. It's right there. Why didn't he say anything else? Let's move on. Come on.
That's nice.
Jewish Pirates of the Caribbean. Edward Kurtzler. Get this book. Let's see what they said. Go. "When I was in the synagogue, I counted about 100 Jews, all merchants. Not one mechanic person of them. Most were rich in apparel with various jewels glittering, for they are the richest jewels of any. They are generally black." I should repeat that. "They are generally black and may be distinguished from the Spaniards." So don't you ever call a Puerto Rican, a Dominican, a Spaniard again. Okay? It says what? On there, that's a fuck you right up, man. Guns up. Keep come on, man. Nah, I'm just joking. Let's move on. It says right, the native Greek. Their hair are more perfect raven black. Okay? They have a quick piercing eye and strong intellect. Several of them are comely, gallant, proper gentlemen. I knew many who I saw dead upon the exchange. Keep it moving.
That's where that German come from, huh?
Keep it moving. Huh?
That's where that German come from.
Yo.
We ain't Germans.
When you get even fired up, boy. There we go. Get him fired up. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. Keep moving. All right, Hebrews helped the Moors against Spain, right? When you read it, it's on page 58 in that same book. It says, Sephardic merchants, right, financed the Moors, devastating raids on the coastal towns of Spain and Italy. When they came to attack them, these brothers went and funded, the Hebrew Israelite brothers went and funded those Moors that was ready to go and raise up, right? Okay, it says in Spain and Italy and shared the booty and spices. Now, you brothers, when it says booty, it don't mean that booty you talking about. That's old talk. Brothers like booty. Booty and spices from the East and Christian slaves from Europe. Move on, next one, come on. Israelite migrations through Africa. So it's just showing you the migrations all through Egypt, right? We came in, Yemen, Ethiopia, so on and so forth. South America, Central America, North America. Come on, move on. Let's move on. Right? A 1747 map of the Kingdom of Judah. Now, this is a cracker that made this map. Now, here's in the coast of Africa. Why would he put what? The Kingdom of Judah. It's right there. Cracker made that map. Okay? So they knew who they was looking for. It was a bigger plan than anybody could understand. Go. Same thing. Go. Negro land. Here's the slave trade. All right, now, Deuteronomy 20:48. Let me get my reading. I don't like to read. Deuteronomy 20:48. He like to read. Go ahead and flex on it. Go ahead and flex. The only reason why we going through this is because it's real simple. It's cartoonish. We're just showing you that the white man can never be a Jew because he don't even fit the goddamn curses. You understand? The only yoke Rosenberg gonna get around his neck when 300 of us is there tomorrow. Right. On the way outside. Y'all want to shut that shit down tomorrow or what? Hell yeah! Let me do Corona. No, I just did. I'll mess with you all night. I got 144,000 eggs. There you go. 144,000 eggs. There you go, get it in.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So now that's scripture right there. He's going this basic that we all know. Right. So no white man can fit this. Let's move to the next one. Basic scripture. Basics. Come on. Basic scripture. That's right.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Real simple, man. You shall be sold, man. You understand? Right there. That never happened to Rosenberg's family. That never happened to Greenberg's family. Feinberg. You name one of the birds that never happened to them. It's happened to the Hebrew Israelites. Move on. Come on. Right. Here we go. The fake Jews had an enslavement of the Hebrew Israelites. Now everybody talk about, look, brother, if he follows the Torah, how the fuck so? Because it says this. It says, for Jacob Cohen and son. Private sales. Jacob Cohen. So you tell that to your Israelite brother that's showing defense of the goddamn cracker, man. He's the one that sold you, man. Oh, my bad. we gotta really look at this, man. How could you defend this? There's no defense for this.
There's a book that shows you nothing but documents of everything that right there. It's just I forgot the name of the book, but you look up from the Nation of Islam where they show you
secret relations between blacks and Jews.
Yes, but then there's that and then the pamphlet that they made, where they just showed you nothing but these sales of Jews and blacks.
So that eliminates any nigga that's saying, look, we gotta see because he reads the Torah. I don't understand why Hashar or Daniel Oliver said that shit on Surname. Fuck you, nigga. That nigga done sold my mama, my grandmama, my granddaddy. And I'm gonna put my foot in your sample ass. Any nigga that think like that. Because that's not according to the scriptures. I don't know what people call that. I got you. All right, move on. Here we go. Mordecai. See that? understanding of what occurred. So you got Mordecai, another Jew, right? But this is another private sale. Move on, come on. Now watch this. Levine, another one. Negroes at auction. Will be sold on Monday, the 3rd of January. Next time they go, that's like you niggas gonna buy Jordan sneakers, man. Right. And some of those things that take up for the Jews, they're the same niggas with Jordan sneakers and tight jeans. Yep. These are facts.
And smoking cigarettes.
These are facts. So it's like, wait a minute. The same thing on the 31st, here it is what you do. That's cool. Move on. A publication auction. Let's see who did this. Jacob Cohen and Company. Another goddamn one, man. A Negro man about 48 years of age. Okay, good. Yeah, this is some bullshit, man. You were supposed to be upset. You understand? Move on. Next one. Okay, to be sold. Slaves. Let's see who sold them. Butcher. Another goddamn Jew. You understand? Let's move on. Alright? Negroes for sale. It says John and Thomas Mason. In ancient times, they used to use the F as an S. Okay, you can see that and go on. Read it. Go to the next one. Here you go. Jewish slave ships. Let's see the names. Okay, names of the slave ships. Let's see the owners. Aaron Lopez, Mosey Levy, Jacob Franks, Isaac Levy, Nathan Simmons, Moses Levy, Just Bosch, Josh Abrams, Henry Kruger, Jacob Phoenix, Mordecai and David Gomez, That's why when you see these so-called Spanish names, remember, they try to take over when the Sephardics was there, our people. So when you see that connection, when they try to say that the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, or whatever, that they're white, no. The so-called white man took this over. You understand? So now watch this. It says what? Nathan Watson, Abraham Lyle, W.M.D. Wolf, Daniel Stewart, Jacob Roosevelt, Levi, Jacob Franks, and Sam Levy. These are the ships that they put us on. Now remember the names. Let's go to the next one. How fake Jews got their names. We're going to see a comparison. Other than aristocrats and wealthy people, Jews did not get surnames in Eastern Europe until the Napoleonic years of the early 19th century. Most of the Jews from countries captured by Napoleon, Russia, Poland, and Germany, were ordered to get surnames for tax purposes. So every name that you see they had, Rosenberg, right? Their families received these names through tax purposes when they were taken over. Let's just go to one. Let's see the names, man. Come on. Let's move on. Ain't no read that.
Rosenberg's name.
We got that. In general, there were 5 types of names. People had to pay for their choice of names. The poor had assigned names. Names that were descriptive of heads of households, etc., etc. They just showing you the names, right? I'm gonna skip the Rosenberg. You got Holtz, look at all these names. Go. Okay, you got descriptive heads, all that. Go. Shine, Schwartz. Let's go. Go back to Schwartz. Go back to Schwartz. Go back.
I seen it.
Where's Schwartz at? Go back.
I see
One more time.
They were Rosenberg right there.
Schwartz, always remember this. Arnold Schwarzenegger, dark color, black, white, right? Now go on, let's see Rosenberg. Let's get this motherfucker's name.
Bingo.
Rosenberg. Dang, Rose Mountain. Damn. Okay? So now, but here's the kicker though. Here's how you know he's full of shit and there's a plan up his sleeve. It says brought names. That means his family in the past paid for this goddamn name.
That's right.
They paid for this name.
That's right.
So if they paid for this name, who is Rosenberg? Who is Rosenberg's family?
Right.
You understand? Let's go up. Come on.
It's a straw man.
Yeah, you understand? We got Brooke name, Roseburg, Rosemountain, Rosenberg. You spell it with an S, the S symbol, S with a Z. God damn, you're making me laugh. It says technically Dirty Harry's last name and all fake Jews' last names are not Hebrew names, but rather European in nature. These are not Hebrew names, so they're not Jews. Let's go on, move on. Let's see what happened to Jews, right? Since Jewish slave ships, move that. We got that, come on. Okay, now watch this. Y'all can go to slavevoyages.org. We already been through that. Now, on these voyages, you can see the name of the men and the women, right? And the tribes. And the tribes that they came from. Now, this was on the ships. Now, mind you, we went to the ship sellers and showed all the people's names. Now, watch this. We have Netanyahu and Yah, Inya, Yahu, and Yaha, and Haya, and Hayeh, Ben Hadi, Ben Yah, and Heyah. Now, why do they have the name Yah? Why do they have the name of tribes in their names?
The origin.
The origin, when you check the origins of slavery, Igbo. So there's something wrong here. How come, if they weren't Jews, how come we don't see Cohen? Levi. Huh? How come you don't see Butcher? You know why you don't see it? Because those names that they have are European names and these are Hebrew Israelite names when we came off the ships. They knew who the hell they was talking to and they changed their names later, man. You understand? So this is all bullshit we talk about. Let's go on. Rocking you. Now watch this. It says what? Who Yahweh? Get the fuck out of here, man. Game over, man. Game over. How you gonna have that on the slave ships? How you gonna have that on the slave ships? Huh? Show me. I said, Atumare. You don't see that shit. You don't see that. You know why you don't see that? Because they were not Egyptians. They were Hebrew Israelites on these ships, man. So you can't play with this, man. Come on to the next one. Oh my God. Here we go some more. Yahweh. Sodomy. Since sodomy, if one committed sodomy with a child of less than 9 years old, no guilt is incurred. That's in the Talmud. I don't even want to read the rest of that nasty shit. Move on, man. Move on. Let's move on. Okay. Baby devil dies of herpes. I'll say it again. All you Rosenberg lovers, a baby devil died of herpes. Bring it out. Okay. City health officials are investigating the death of a baby boy who was one of 3 infants to contract herpes after a rabbi circumcised him. 10 days after Rabbi Yitzhak Fisher performed religious circumcisions on twins last October, one died of herpes, and the other tested positive for the virus, according to a complaint filed by the health department in Manhattan Supreme Court. The complaint reported in Wednesday's edition of the New York Daily News also said health officials later found a 3rd baby who had contracted herpes after being circumcised by Fisher in late 2003. Hashar! What's up, gang? Shout out to Zion Lex! All right. Fisher's lawyer, Mark Kurzman, told the Daily News that Fisher was cooperating with the investigation, although it's unclear whether Fisher submitted to the city's request for a blood test. Now here's what his lawyer said. My client is known internationally. That means he also went in Israel and sucked penis. Maybe Rosenberg. As a caring, skilled, and conscientious mole, Kurzman said. Let's go next one. Let's go. What's up, kid? Shout out to Zion Lex. Let's move on. It says, Despite babies dying after getting herpes, Orthodox rabbis, this is a third report, okay, say they'll defy law on ancient circumcision ritual. Now this is a third report, okay? We gotta understand how real this is. So when you see Rosenberg, you gotta look at him differently. You gotta see and say, oh, a mole was on his penis. And this is for real. They sucked him and did what they had to do. Every Jew that you see and meet, that's what done happened to him. Let's go to the next one. Let's go. Shout out to Zion Lex.
Men were supposed to bring order and holiness to the Jewish ritual of circumcision is now accused of something unthinkable, spreading a deadly disease to innocent babies. News 12's Tara Rosenblum joins us now with her special report, Cradle of Secrets.
It's a topic that not many people want to talk about, but an unlikely whistleblower, a young
He's a Jew.
claiming a local rabbi is infected, making them sick. And what's worse, she says no one is doing anything to stop him. For centuries, when a Jewish baby boy is born, the ancient ritual of circumcision is performed. But in some something controversial during the breast.
He's sucking they private.
In a practice known as Metzitza B'Peh, or just NBP.
Y'all see this bullshit, man?
Practice has turned into
Right, what part of the Torah is that?
and it's all because of a local rabbi who's alleged to have sexually transmitted disease.
They won't let him get away with it.
According to these documents obtained from the State Health Department, Rabbi Yitzhak Fisher of
That's that bastard we just talked about.
at least 3 herpes infections in babies.
3 people he infected.
Died back in 2004. Shortly after the tragic death, Rabbi Fisher was forbidden from practicing NBP in New York. But despite this state-issued ban, one concerned mother tells us the infected moil is still placing innocent lives at risk.
So he still was performing this after they prohibited him not to do it. Yo, that's supposed to be kosher. Yes.
Who asked us to disguise her faith.
Turn this nasty shit off, man. Let's go. Get over, man. So, look what he said to me. Fuck you, Hashar. Fuck you, Hashar. I love baby views. That nigga mad at me. He mad at me like everybody else. Rocking you. He mad at me like everybody else. He's supposed to be. That's that bastard right there, man. Go next one, man. Now listen, this is a real question. This is very real. It's a real question. This is very important. It's history, man. We gotta understand something. We be serious, right? It's a real question. What did the chicken say when it crossed the road?
Fuck them devils.
Let's see. Go. Are there any fake Jews across the street? Look at this shit, man. What part of the Torah is this? This is not in the Torah. This is not in the Torah. Let's find out what they doing. Now this is Rabbi Shea Heck in Brooklyn, New York. He don't like me either. And I done called him out too. Rabbi Shea Heck plucks the chicken off the truck, parked behind the synagogue in Queens, New York, demonstrates how to swing a chicken. He said, you take it by the wing, he says the white hair, Hedge, whatever. Now watch what he did. We're gonna skip all this what he did. Hedge holds the bird. He tells you to swing it 3 times around your head slowly, right? He raises it 3 times above his head and says the prayer of coverup or coveros, right? Depending on the heritage. He prays that his sins will be transferred to the bird and he will escape the divine punishment that he deserves. The prayer is more than 1,000 years old. These niggas are phony, man. This has nothing to do with this, right? So he says what? And countless Orthodox Jews will recite it in the days before Yom Kippur, the Jewish Day of Atonement. Heck says waving the chicken isn't the point of the ritual. Now watch what he says. The main part of the service, he says, is handing the chicken to the slaughter and watching the chicken being slaughtered, because that is where you have an emotional moment where you say, oops, you know what? That could have been me. Wow. That's what he did with the chicken. And this is what they do. Go to the next one. bastards put their sins upon them. Now here's a quote from them. We do a kind and good deed. We give away the chickens to the nearest markets after slaughter.
That's right.
So, therefore, you must watch what you eat. Next slide. Because, go to the next slide. KFC, Khazarian fried chicken. That's what you niggas is eating. That's what y'all niggas is eating. Rocking you. That's what you eat in UK, Long.
Sure.
Huh?
Proverbs 12 and 10.
Hit Proverbs 12 and 10, man. It's bro hit the script. That's what's up, man. You see, this is horrible, man.
That's right.
So they give it to the nearest market. And this is a quote. So when we go, so you gotta watch out. We at Queensborough, wherever they celebrate this, be careful, you don't even go there. Because after they slaughter the chicken, they put it to the market and they sell it.
Yeah.
You got that?
Got it.
They do it for the Day of Atonement.
Right.
You can see?
Yeah, it's a little bit dark, but I got it. It's a little dark, brother. A little dark.
12 and 10,
I
right?
got it.
12 and 10. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
That's right. That's right.
Beautiful.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, you give him around yourself a hand. You say, yo, get Proverbs 12 and 10. That's the time it is, man. So now you know that that's not our custom. You can't find that in the law at all. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Come on, we're gonna move. Now, this is decades of cover-up. We're gonna move fast. So Priest Daniel, you coming up next? Alright, so watch it. He said, the Zionist Jews were able to pull off their racial hoaxes for decades, even though historians and anthropologists, many of them Jewish, wrote book after book. Now we all talk about Arthur Koestler, right? But you got what? In 1899, a famous British historian, Houston Stewart Chamberlain, published the Foundations of the 19th Century. Y'all gotta get this because it's a very good book. Which held that the Jews were not a race, but instead were bastards. At the time, bastards were not a pejorative word. Yitzhak Schipper quoted extensively from Jacob Littman's The Economic Role of Jews in Medieval Poland. These are important books that other people wrote about that they hid under the rug, that say that they were not Jews. In 1867, the great Jewish scholar Abraham Harkved, in The Jews and Language of the Slavs, spoke of the Jewish Yiddish language coming from the Khazars. Okay? So now we all know this, however, it's about Arthur Koestler when he brought out. That's what this is. Move on. Let's move on. Move quick. DNA. Because Arthur Koestler and everybody talk about this. Everybody loves DNA. But one thing you got to be afraid with DNA is this. Every DNA company is ran by Jews.
Right.
And it's ran by the Jews for one reason and one reason alone. To hide the fact that they are not Jews. So when you get the swab in your mouth, oh, I'm Swahili, nigga. Oh, you Israelites don't get DNA tests. They do this on purpose to separate the family so they can hide themselves. But that shit backfired on them. It backfired. How did it backfire? Let's see. Come on. Now, these were the two men in 1968. These were British researchers that figured out the thing of DNA.
That's right.
Okay? These two British researchers. And it backfired. Because, and here's another thing, here's the Khazarian kingdom that they found that they've been hiding for ages. This is what they keep in secret. The Khazarian kingdom. Let's move on. Come on, talk about it.
Bring it out.
Dr. Arella Oppenheim in 2001, okay, of Hebrew University of Biology published the first extensive study of DNA and the origin of the Jews. Her research found that virtually all the Jews came from Khazar blood.
Wow. That's crazy.
This is what she researched. Okay, let's move on and see what happened. Dr. Aaron Enoch, a geneticist researcher at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine, found that today's Jews originated from Khazar and not Israel. They are not the seed of Abraham. The newest DNA science finds from Dr. Aaron Enoch, a Jew, and associates of the Mishkat Nathan's Institute of Genetic Medicine, Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine and Research, accepted December 5th, 2012. These things you look up and something you see, and published by the Oxford University Press on behalf of the Society of Molecular Biology and Evolution. It was found that the Khazarian hypothesis is scientifically correct. Because
Scientifically what?
it's correct. So everybody's been trying to say that these cats were Khazars and they weren't Israelites. So they found that, you know what, that hypothesis is correct. Let's move on. Okay, so now it says here, we're just going to get to the point. Let's move on. Because they're going to say the same thing in that book. Get this book, please.
That's a beautiful book.
Get this book. Got everything you want. DNA science and the Jewish bloodline. The hypocrisy of the Khazars Jews is palatable. Not realizing that they themselves are Gentiles, as DNA science has shown. They cleave to a holy book, the Talmud, that is most anti-Gentile of all books. Without the Talmud, there will be no rabbinical Judaism. And so the Khazars simply must hold on to its monstrous doctrines to retain their Judaic religion. In this book, tell you that. Go, next one. Another one. And these are all Jews. Shlomo saying, the invention of the Jewish people. Go, let's see who he is. Go back, that's all right. Let's see who this bastard is. Okay, he's a so-called Jew, right? He says, a distinguished historian professor at Tel Aviv. He's in Israel now. University in Israel. Sam was born in Linz, Australia, to Polish Jewish survivors of the Holocaust. His cultural background was grounded in Yiddish culture. Shlomo says, today Jews did not descend from the ancient Israelites. DNA science proves that the Jews of Israel and around the world are predominantly Khazar stock. They are mainly Turkish Mongol blood mixture. This is what he said. Okay, and here's one of his articles in Haaretz newspaper. I wish to resign from being a Jew. Let's go on. Go to the next one. All of the Israeli historians know, an expert on European history and Tel Aviv. This is Dr. Sand, right? Now watch this. He was surprised that his book sold so much. Says no one is more surprised than Shlomo saying that his latest academic work has spent, and this was in 2007 when he wrote this book, 19 weeks on Israel's bestseller list. And that success has come to the history professor despite his book challenging Israel's biggest taboo. Surprisingly, Dr. Sam said most of the academic colleagues in the university, now he's going to say here that none of them challenged him. None of them. Now they all, and this is what they said to him. Let's get right to it. He suggested that Israeli historians were not as ignorant about the invented nature of the Jewish history as Dr. Stan contends. That was another professor. He said that it's real. We believe this. Okay? Let's go to the next one. That's Arthur Koestler. Y'all know about him. Y'all know what he says. We move on. Let's move on. Now, they're going to tell you that they backed him up. Okay? Now let's see. In science, according to Science News, January 16, 2013, the new study sets to rest previous contradictory reports of Jewish ancestry. Alex findings strongly support the Khazarian hypothesis. And they tell you in this whole article that it supports what Arthur Koestler said. Go to the next one. Okay? So we're going to see about their language. Let's go to the next one. So I want the brothers to come and give their information. All right, because it's late. Go to the next one. Now, the Catholic Church, the Khazar connection. Okay, we know that the hat, you know, the yarmulke, kapah, comes from the Hebrew word cap, right? Kapah, right? Now notice, this is where they get their power from. Everybody thinks it's so-called Jews, so-called Jews. It's the Catholic Church that wields the power. They the ones that knew where everybody was, what to do. We got to stomp out these goddamn Israelites. They knew this. So now let's see. Go. It's going to tell you. The skull cap. Magog, right? The 6-point star. It tells you in his book when they went, and y'all can get this book and it'll tell you that they got the cap from they adopted it from the Polish people. Okay? The adoption of the skull cap, the yarmulke, by the Jews came from the Khazars in Poland. That's when the Poles were reigning under the Napoleonic period. All right? As did the use in the nation for other garb, particularly the fur cap. You know that big ass rat that they wear in their head?
Yeah.
That rat, it's actual rat. And that's against the law.
Right.
You understand? So we know that ain't part of the law. So let's go to the next one. So now, remember in 1948, under the British mandate, they was given this power. Now, they paid off Truman. Get this book because the book will tell you all that. Now, this was the president at the time. Now, you see this guy, this is Abraham Feinberg. Abraham Feinberg was a spy. And he went and gave him $2 million in $100 bills in a briefcase. And so now you have Gunn is giving him this menorah. Now, here's another thing. They ordered him the mass murder in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They wanted him to do it. You know why? In those towns in Japan, guess who were remnants there? The Hebrew Israelites. When you look this up, they forced them to go and do this. So that's a whole other story. Go. So we get brothers in this. Now here's the letter that he signed to make Israel a state. But the problem is this. He crossed out the word Jewish.
Yes, he did.
He crossed out the word Jewish. And they found this, and they've been trying to suppress this ever since. By him crossing out the word Jewish, there's no such thing as a Jewish state. It don't exist. But they keep telling people this. Okay? Good. Go to the next one. So now, go to the next one. Beautiful. That book, Black Judaism, y'all gotta get that book. You got that on your side?
Now let me get that. Let me get that real quick.
Go back. Y'all gotta get this book. Because in this book, it'll tell you your history all day long. And it will also tell you that you were the stars of the Black Power movement. Okay? It's a very thick book. You gotta get this book. Go to the next one. According to DNA findings, everybody in the Mideast, as people talk about, we heard the questions about the guy with Sim or whoever and all that. In the Middle East, now you got the, Go back to the author. James E. Landing. Now, in the Middle East, we have the Bedouins. We have other people of Israel descent in the Mideast. So don't take this no kind of way when you see this. But the majority of that they speak about when they did this research, a monumental genetic study entitled The Journey of Man, undertaken in 2002 by Dr. Spencer Wells, a geneticist from Stanford University, demonstrated that virtually all European males carry the same genetic markers found within the male population of the Middle East on the Y chromosome. What does that mean? When you see those niggas selling you hot dogs and hamburgers in the bodegas, those are white boys. Those are not Arabs. Okay? So this is what they found. So when we understand this, it's bigger than what they tried to hide everything from. Come on, keep going. Mideast propaganda. Yeah, how many of y'all ever heard this? He was olive complexion. No, what we call him to do? The olive complexion, man. Yeah, the Asian you have. Yeah, heard that before, right? Right. Now it don't make sense. Olive come in two colors. Now that the contrast is the green at the beginning, and as it starts to turn, it'll turn a brown, a red, and then it gets to what? The black. So this is the contrast. So that's propaganda that they started verbally. If you start to think, because the first thing that comes to everybody's mind when you talk about an olive, think about a green olive. That's the first thing that everybody thought about. So now the contrast is this is propaganda. Come on, go. Let's see what the media. The media, this is Malcolm X said, the media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses. That's Malcolm X. Let's see what Marcus Garvey said. Propaganda has done more to defeat the good intentions of races and nations than even warfare. Propaganda is a medium or method used by organized peoples to convert others against their will. Our race is suffering more than any other race in the world from propaganda. Propaganda to destroy our hopes, our ambitions, and our confidence in self. Let's go to the next one. Okay? The Holocaust. All right, we all heard about it, right? Yeah. You've constantly heard, been taught and told that 6 million Jews were killed in Nazi Germany and abroad. It's been seen in the minds of all the world. Well, what they forgot to tell your black ass, I said that, is that there were so-called black people, the real Jews that suffered in Hitler's concentration camps as well. Oh yes, black people. The question is, who runs the media outlets? Who runs the educational system? Yes, the so-called Jew, the damn white man. So this is why black people, the real Jews, are never mentioned by them when the Holocaust is spoken of. Okay? Now listen to this right here. It says the Nazi concentration camps that had so-called blacks, the real Hebrew Israelites and Jews, the number is estimated between 25,000 to 50,000. Now this is in the concentration camps. But all we think about is them and what they put. Let's see what he said. Go to the next one. Here we go. Real Jews, Judah, the Hitler attack. Lionel Rumney. Now y'all can look this up yourself. A sailor in the U.S. Merchant Marines was in prison in a concentration camp called Mistranslation. He was the only so-called black man held captive and survived. Look it up. He was in a concentration camp. Go to the next one. Real Jews, Judah, that Hitler attacked. Bayume Muhammad Hussein, a black man from Tanganyika, known as Tanzania today, died in Synagouge concentration camp. Why we don't hear about this? Go to the next one. Real Jews that he attacked. Valita Snow was a singer, actor, and instrumentalist. She was captured in prison and stated that she was fucked in every hole. Then a slave and a servant, after being freed, she never recovered from a tragic ordeal. This is concentration camps. Why we don't hear about this? I don't give a shit about Feinberg. We shouldn't care nothing about Rosenberg and his family. Go to the next one. A real Jew, he was a Levite. and y'all probably heard of this man, Leopold Sédar Senghor, was first interned as La Quatorze-sur-Loire, then in other concentration camps, and finally at Stag 230 in Poitiers, like, what's that guy? What's that actor name? Sidney Poitier. This horrible place was reserved for colonial troops captured during the war. Nazi soldiers wanted to kill him and other blacks on the same day. They were captured, but he escaped this fate by yelling, "Viva la France, Viva la Africa." That must be lawyer from our camp. No, yeah, right? He said, "Long live France," right? "Long live Black Africa." A French officer told the Nazi soldiers that executing the Black African prisoners would dishonor the Aryan race and the German army. So we understand this. This is an important dude right here. Okay? Because he went from France and they said don't kill him because the Aryan race, when you do your research, they really wasn't white. They were people of color. Let's move on. Come on. Now this is a book called The Nazis, World War II. Get it, by Time Life. This was a picture that Hitler put up. And Hitler went to show the bastard Jew. And he showed the Hamantin, okay, the Hamantin Jew, which was the Ethiopian. He went to show them on the walls, okay? Now, this word, he says the Nefertim. Now, when they said the Nefertim, it goes back to Israelites on the walls. Here you have the Neggers, right? And the word Neggers in that book, okay? And it's on page 132 and 133. And here's the Oriental. So he was trying to show that this was a bastard Jew, that they weren't the real Jews. Now, Hitler put this out, whose real name was Adolf Hitler. He put this out to show the people that they're not real Jews, so that if they want to get with the Aryan nation, the Nazi.
Did you say Hitler's name was
Adolf Rosenberg? Yeah, Adolf Rosenberg. That's the name. He'll be there tomorrow. Now go to the next one.
Bang, bang. Anyway, bang, bang.
Thou shalt not abhor. Wait, stop. This is controversial. Y'all know that, right? I'm gonna let Daniela come up. This is controversial. Why is this controversial? Because most brothers will say, wait a minute, don't the scripture say, thou shalt not abhor Edomite, right? Gun? We know that's not there. That's in Deuteronomy 23:7 in your English Bibles and Deuteronomy 23:8 in your Hebrew Bibles. But let's see what it says. Go to the next one.
Oh, okay.
Most people refer to this verse in scripture, Deuteronomy 27, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for this is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land. From this verse it would appear that we should not have any ill will toward Edomites. Let's look into the Hebrew meaning of the word Edomite. The strong exalted concordance of the Bible entry, number 130, for the term Edomite refers you to entry number 726, Arami, which is a clerical error for the word Syrian. Okay? So it says what? The Syrians were Abraham's relatives. In which case this verse will correctly read, thou shalt not abhor a Syrian, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land. So it doesn't say Edomite. This was a mistranslation. That's in your Hebrew Bible and your English Bible. So that don't apply to us. So on the count of three, fucking Edomite. 1, 2, 3. Fuck the Edomite! Sorry, I know y'all don't like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's go there. Let's go there. Now, stop cooning you niggas that like Edomites. Alright, look, I'm gonna let Daniel come up because he gotta get this information out in mighty Hebrew too. So we're gonna move on. The niggas are mad. They mad at me. They mad at me. Shut the fuck up. They mad at me. They gotta be mad. It's alright. But look, man, it's a book that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's for everybody in the nation of Israel, written in the dark for the children of light. You know what I'm saying? The Bible and Bible. Yes, Ken.
How you doing?
If God will text note the science of metaphysics and mathematics, and this book, it's gonna show that the Bible's just not a one-side show pony. We got this 4, 5 directions, so forth and so on. It has a lot of information for everybody. We're gonna move on. We're gonna bring Daniel Allah, hold you, brother, enjoy yourself, and white man.